Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to my and my friends. Okay, so today me and my team, okay, will present on chapter 6. Okay, so I am Syahira and I will start first. So actually chapter 6 is about the service environment. service environments, okay, include all aspects of organization, physically, facility, okay, or is a service scape, as well as other tangible aspect of tangible communication. So what is the purpose of a service environment? Okay, so the purpose is to help, okay, a firm to create an image and a unique positioning in the market. Okay, so the service environments affect buyer behavior, okay, in 3 ways. Okay, the first one, we have a message creating medium. Second, we have attention creating mediums, and the third one, we have effect creating medium. So for the first is message. Okay, basically it's a symbolic used to communicate to the consumer. Okay, next, attention creating mediums. Okay, create attention and awareness, okay, to consumer. Next is effects on creating medium. So effects can be included in the color, in scent, in texture, and many more. Okay, so these effect creating mediums, okay, to create a consumer perception. So for the examples here, we have comparison of hotel lobbies. So as you can see, we have two hotels. So for the left side, the hotel in the Los Angeles. Okay, so as you can see at the picture, okay, this hotel will create you an excitement and cheerful feeling. Okay, while the Four Seasons Hotel in New York, okay, will create you a sense of luxury. Okay, because the design is really simple and nice. Okay, next is a service scapes as part of value propositions. So physical surrounding us, okay, helps appropriate feelings and reaction. Okay, so for example, Sunway Lagoon theme park, okay, it will create excitement, feeling happy, okay, family bonding. So the next is service scape from a core part of is a part of value propositions. So value propositions, actually it is a value of a company promises, okay, to deliver to consumer, okay, either they want to buy or to purchase the product. Okay, okay, for the next one, we have response moderators. So for the response moderators, okay, we have a cognitive response, affective, and psychological. So I will explain it really simple. So cognitive basically is based on your rational thinkings, okay, or you will choose it rational because you have a lot of knowledge, okay, about the service, about the product. Okay, and the affective response is basically based on your emotional. Okay, we choose the service or the product, okay, based on your emotional feelings. Okay, and psychological response is the changes in an individual psychological state due to contact with a person, place, or thing. Okay, so in the psychological response, okay, it has an ambient condition. So ambient condition will be explained by my teammate soon. So I will move to the next slide. Which is the theory, okay, the theory of a service environment. So here we have two theory. For the first one, we have the Mehrabian-Russell stimulus response models, and the second one, we have the Russell model of effect. So I will explain to you guys, okay, the first one. So I will explain a little bit and really simple. Okay, so the first one is Mehrabian-Russell stimulus response model. So it is simple yet fundamental models of how people respond to environment. So basically it's about a feelings rather than the perceptions. Okay, so it's about the feelings of the consumer. Okay, so in this theory, okay, have two outcomes, whether it's approach behavior or avoidance behavior. Okay, so if approach behavior, okay, the consumer desire to stay, okay, because the environment give satisfaction, okay, to the consumer, while avoidance, of course, the consumer desire not to stay, okay, because maybe some of the factors. Okay, so I will pass to the next. My teammate will explain for the next slide. Okay, so thank you.
Okay, my name is Mohammad Julaihi, so I will talk about the Russell's model of effect. So this Russell's model of effect talk about the feeling and how people to respond in environment. Then we need to understand those feeling better, either good or not good. So that is Russell model effect is talk about. Okay, this Russell's model effect is basically described along two main dimensions, which mean pleasure and arousal. So, pleasure is a direct or subjective response to the environment, and depending how much an individual like or dislike any kind of environment. And arousal, it refers to how to stimulate the individual feelings, right? Either good or not good. Okay, affective and cognitive processes. So it can be caused by sensation, perceptions, and cognitive processes of any degree of complexity. So the more complex a cognitive process becomes, the more powerful its potential impact on affect, right? If a higher level of cognitive process is triggered, so it shows something surprising in the service environment because of the interpretation of this surprise will be determines people's feeling. So for example, uh, maybe you will go to spa, so going to spa for the relax or something relax and cold. So that is spa. Spa wants the customer feeling good, feeling to feel relaxed. And the bank, you want to enter the bank to make any business, some business. So you're feeling good, better if a customer service from that bank are very good. Or another, for example, is roller coaster. Roller coaster operator wants its customer to feel excited. So that is effective and cognitive processes. Okay, behavioral consequences of effect. So at the most basic level, pleasant environments result in approach behavior and unpleasant ones in avoidance. So basically, if the environment is pleasant, increasing arousal can be generate excitement and lead to a strong positive response. For example, once you enter the shopping mall, you are very so excited just because of the goods or goods vibes, a good response in area shopping mall. Okay, then you will be with a customer service or whatsoever in a good or positive vibes. So that is talk about the behavior consequences of effect. But then conversely, if a service environment is unpleasant, tak baik, tak bagus. So increasing arousal level will move customer into the stress level. So how do we know will get a level of stress just because of you enter the mall, you will get a negative vibe just because of people, so many people inside the mall in a crowded places, so you will got a stress. Sometimes people, sometimes they are don't like to enter the mall with a crowded places, but sometimes they want to be a relax. Sometimes they will be enjoy with the food, with a good quality of food, so something like that. So customer have a strong effective expectation from some service. And when customer have a strong effective expectation, the environment must be designed to match those expectation, right? As we can see, for example, during Hari Raya lah, okay, Hari Raya, a lot of people come to the enter the shopping mall, want to buy the baju raya, kuih raya, or whatsoever everything, pasar malam. But then pasar malam is so many people, so many crowded people, then maybe you will not enjoy the moment just because of a crowded places. But then you want to buy some baju raya or whatsoever, you are very exciting. You are very so happy just because of lagu raya at the pasar malam. Then you really enjoy the moment. So that's it. The behavior consequences of effect, right?
Assalamualaikum. My name is Salmah, and today I'm going to present about dimensions of the service environment. Okay, there are three main dimensions in servicescape model. The first dimension is the ambient conditions, where this is the characteristic of environment pertaining to our five senses, which is our eyes, our nose, our mouth, our hands, and our ears. The spatial layout and functionality. The spatial layout is the floor plan or the landscaping. Sorry. Another one is the size and shape of furnishing, counters, machinery, equipment, and how they are arranged. I mean the furniture, how the furniture been arranged in the premises, in the store, in the retail store or in the business premises. And another one is the functionality. Is the ability to those items to facilitate performance. For example, when the business owner place the counters, is that counters? I mean, is that the counters that counters are convenient to their customers to make an transaction there? You know, and is there any furniture? I mean, and that machinery or any other equipment that give benefit, that that convenient to their customers to use or to utilize uh, when they are in the business premises or when they are in the stores. Another one is the signs, symbols, and artifacts. It can be explicit or implicit signals to communicate the firm's image to help consumer find their way. Okay, and convey rules of behavior. Communicate firm's image. Sometimes, like when the business have launched or have introduced their logo, their brands, their symbols that been used in their logo, especially normally the customers will try to try to interpret the meaning of the symbol, the meaning of the logo of their business. Okay, for sign, uh, this one we always we always found this at the toilet signs, the ATM machine signs, okay, then the exit, the parking sign, the exit sign, and this kind of sign will help customers, consumers, their visitors to find uh, their way to go. For example, if I want to go to the toilet, I will refer to the sign, toilet sign, and follow all the sign along the way until I found the toilet. Okay. The more details of the explanation about this, we'll go to the next slide. Okay, before we go to next slide, we look at the designs elements of retail store environment. Okay, there are five dimensions that need to be considered when we want to start a retail store. The environment for the retail store that we need to we need to consider five dimension, which is first is the exterior facilities, the general interior, the store layout, the interior display, and also the social dimension. Okay, in exterior facilities, the elements that need to be considered is the architectural style, the height of building, the size of building, the color of the buildings, the entrance when where they where the customers can enter the buildings, the uniqueness of the building, the surrounding store around the buildings, the surrounding areas of the building, the parking and the accessibility to the building. Next, the general interior, where the flooring and carpeting, the color scheme, the lighting, the scents, the odors in the building, the sounds and music in the building, the temperature of the building, the cleanliness, the merchandise layout and display, the price level and displays, the cash register placement, and also the what is the technology that being used in the building, and how modern the interior, the design of the interior. The store layout, the design element that need to be considered, the allocation of floor space for selling merchandise, personnel and customers, the placement of the merchandise, okay, the grouping of merchandise, the workstation of placement, placement of the equipment, the placement of the cash register. This is the important things. The waiting areas, okay, the waiting queue, the furniture, the department locations and the arrangement within the departments. This means the department's location means that where we can find the grocery things, the toiletries thing, okay, the dairy foods thing, the such as the milk, the cheese, the butter, something like that. Okay, the interior display is where how the point of purchase been displayed in the store. The poster, the signs and the cards that been used to in the store as well. And the wall decorations, the theme, how they set the themes, how they assemble the products, the goods, okay, the rack and cases, either the rack and cases, uh, say normal apa normally the will the height of the rack and cases, and how the product display, how the price display. Normal this is the crucial part when sometimes they display the wrong, sometimes they display the wrong price for the product, okay, and also the card case and dump bins. And another one, last dimension is the social dimension, the personal characteristic, the employee uniforms, okay, so the customer characteristic, the privacy, the self-service. The employee uniforms is very important because it will represent the product. I mean, sorry, the store. For example, we know that Zara staff for Zara boutique will wear black shirts, black shirts and black pants. And McDonald's have their for example, McDonald's have their own uniform, KFC have their own uniform. Okay. Next is the impact of ambient conditions. Ambient environment is composed of hundreds of design elements and details that must work together to create desired service environment. Okay, for such as since ambient conditions is related to our senses, so we have to consider that the lighting and the color scheme that been used, the size and shapes of the perceptions, this is the will affect our perceptions of the environment of the retail store. The sounds such as the noise and music, if the no if the sounds is too loud, and it will affect the emotion of the consumer, of the customers. Same goes to the temperature in the building. It will also will affect the feelings. I mean uh, when the temperature of the building is not being desirable, sometimes very hot, it will affect the customers not to stay in the place for a long time, or for the very long time to for them. And the sense also, if they have an order something, if the scent is not smells bad, if the scent smells bad, it will affect the customers not to go to the building, not to enter the building, or go to the retail store to buy their uh, groceries, to buy their things. And clever designs of this condition can elicit desire behavior response among consumer. So all these elements, the ambient conditions will affect the behavior, the buying behavior of the consumer, especially the buying behavior of the consumers. The next is the impact of music. Uh, In service setting, music can have powerful effect on perceptions and behaviors, even if played at barely audible levels. Structural characteristics of music such as tempo, volume, and harmony are perceived holistically. Fast tempo music and high volume music increase arousal levels, and people tend to adjust their pace either voluntary or involuntary to match to the tempo of the music. So, the careful selection of music can deter wrong customers. Can deter wrong type of customers. For example, if we want to shop for our things, we don't want to listen to the loud, very loud music, uh, or fast tempo music, unless we are in disco, for example. That is a different situation. And of course, in the restaurant, especially if we in fine dining restaurant, they will play a slow music or classical music to entertain, to make their customers feel very comfortable and enjoy their meal. Okay. Next is the impact of scan. An ambient smell is one that pervades an environment. It will may or may not be consciously perceived by customer, not related to any particular product. Okay, means that uh, sometimes when we go to the retail store, sometimes sometimes we we just ignore the scent in the, I mean, in the scent of or order in the retail store. If we go to wet market, for example, we can smell the odor of the fish, fish and other orders. Okay, scent have distinct characteristics and can be used to solicit emotional, psychological, and behavioral responses. In service setting, research has shown that scent have scent can have significant effect on customer perceptions, attitude, and behaviors. That's mean the scent sometimes can affect the customer perception, the attitude of the customers. Sometimes if we enter the building with a good sense, maybe it will make us calm. It will make the we as a customer being calm and relaxed. Uh, let's say we are, for example, if we entered the coffee beans cafe or Starbucks, sometimes we are not a coffee lover, but the scent of the coffee itself will change our attitude, change our perception that coffee is good, and we would like to try to drink a coffee. That is for example. Okay, this is the aromatherapy. the effects of the aromatherapy selected fragrance on people. So the eucalyptus, there are a few fragrance here. The eucalyptus, the lavender, the lemon, and the black pepper. Okay. The aroma type for eucalyptus is the camphor essence. Lavender is herbaceous and lemon is citrus. Black pepper is spicy. And this is the aromatherapy class. The where eucalyptus is for toning and to stimulating. The lavender is to calm, the balancing and to soothing. Lemon, we know how lemons smell, okay, to energizing, to uplifting. The black pepper, to balancing, to soothing. This is a traditional use for this type of fragrance. We can see that here. For eucalyptus for deodorant, antiseptic for soothing agent, and what is potential psychology effect of on people? They were stimulating and energizing. For lavender, normally used for muscle relaxant, soothing agent, and as astringent. So, what is the effect to the people when they use this kind of fragrance? They they will feel relaxed and very calm. Another one is lemon. Okay, lemon, um, traditionally used for antiseptic as a soothing agent. Okay, and if you have for example, if you have pimple, sometimes you can use lemon and mix it with water. You can put spray in at your face or use a cotton to 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 reduce the redness and to as an antiseptic as a soothing agent. So uh, they can boost the soothing energy levels. Okay, the black pepper. Black pepper normally used for muscle relaxant aphrodisiac. Then the effect to the people is to balancing people emotion. Okay. Next is the impact of color. Color can be stimulating, calming, expressive, disturbing, impressional, cultural, exuberant, and symbolic. This means that there are certain colors. When we look at the colors, we can be so calm, and sometimes also can also be disturbing. Okay. Sometimes some people not not to this they don't like to look at certain color because it will be disturbing. And sometimes there are colors to when we wear to impress, and sometimes the colors of the logo of the building or the of the retail store can impress, and also they are representing the cultural and also the symbolic of the business or of the building, something like that. Color pervades every aspect of our lives, embellish the ordinary, gives beauty and drama to everyday objects. Color has strong impact on people's feeling. Okay, colors can be defined into three dimensions. Tone is the pigment of the color. Value is the degree of lightness or darkness of the color. Okay, this is the common association and human response to colors. There are a few types of color here: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. So they also mention degree of warmth of this color, where okay we can see that warm, warmest, cool, coolest, and the nature symbol of each color. What for example, red will represent earth, orange represents sunset, yellow represents sun, green and of course normally will represent the grass, trees or growth, blue represent the sky and ocean, indigo sunset, and violet is violet flower. And this is the common association and human response to color. When normally red, we always related to the high energy and passion, where can be excitement or stimulate their feelings. Orange, there are emotions, expressions, and warm. So yellow, they are or related to optimism, the clarity, the intellect, mood enhancing. You know, sometimes it's not this color when we sometimes we wear our favorite colors. For example, if we sometimes we wear some people love red, then they'll have they can create an excitement in their life. Okay, green represented related about nurturing, healing, unconditional love. Blue, relaxation, the serenity, the loyalty, because sometimes when we just take a look at the sky and the ocean, when we look at the sky and ocean, we feel relaxed. Okay, relax, where our feelings very calm when we look at the sky and the ocean. Okay, for indigo, related to the mediation and spirituality. And for example, we look at the color of the lavender. Okay, the color of the lavender is something like indigo. So instead of their smell, the scent of the lavender, sometimes the colors also can give a can boost the mediation and spirituality. Okay, next is violet. Violet also related to spirituality, can reduce stress and can create inner feeling of calm. Okay, we look at the impact of signs, symbols, and artifacts. Guide customers clearly through process of service delivery. Customer will automatically try to draw meaning from the signs, symbols, and artifacts. For example, if the business launch a new logo, okay, for their company, new logo for their brands, and normally the customers will try to draw the meaning. What is the meaning of the symbol? What is the meaning of the signs? Okay, from the logo itself. The second one is the unclear signals from a servicescape can result in anxiety and uncertainty about how to proceed and obtain the desired service. For example, toilet signs and ATM machine sign, the parking lot signs. We as a customer, we as a visitor to the building, to the business premises, if we want to go, if you want to the toilet or find the toilet, we will look at the toilet signs all the way in the building. If there is unclear signals or suddenly when we already follow the signal, the toilet signal at first, and suddenly halfway we cannot see the signals anymore, it will feel that we as a customer, I as a customer, I will feel that, is this the right way to go to the toilet, to find the toilet, to is this the right way to find the parking lot, to okay, is this the right way to find the place of the ATM machines. For instance, the signs also can be used to reinforce behavior rules. Okay, this I can explain in the next slide. Okay, we go to the next slide. This is the sign, teach and reinforce behavioral rules in service setting. Um, these signs mention that no smoking in that area. If the people smoke in that area, uh they will be fined for $500. And they also sign off the no eating and drinking. If they did this, if they do this, they will be fined $500. Okay, so I hope my explanation are clear. And for next slide, I will pass to my friends. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hello to Mdm Shaherah and all my friends. My name is Siti Aisyah binti Abdul Rahman and I will explain about this topic, putting it all together. First is tools to guide service design. Keen observation of customers' behavior and respond to the service environment by management, supervisors, branch manager, and frontliner staff. Feedback and ideas from frontliner staff and customer using a broad array of research tools from suggestions box to focus groups and surveys. Field experiment can be used to manipulate specific dimension in an environment and the effect observed. Blueprinting or service mapping are extended to include physical evidence in the environment. In other words, is blueprinting and servicescape used in service design can help in understanding the delivery of service to customer. Designing the service environment have a few points. First is location, operational position, customization will want to locate the business where they can obtain the prestige image that will impress their customer. Cost efficiency must locate the business where they can generate a high volume of customer traffic. Service quality will want to make their customer contact component convenient for their customer. The support component should be in a low cost area. For example, we can see in Malaysia we have a Tesco, Eon, then their location are very good to impress their customer. Next is merchantability. Service high in merchantability activities can be conducted without customer being physically present, such as booking ticket online. And right now we have a Food Panda, Grab Food, and another online business. Service law in merchantability either require the customer to come to their service, such as a hair salon, or the service to go to the customer after sales service, aircon, or right now we have a kowe or kuku. Traffic interception consists of both vehicular and pedestrian traffic. In addition to value, service firm will want to examine the type of traffic, limited access highway or city street, quantity or type of pedestrian. Competitive attraction. Some service benefit by being located in a cluster of similar business or complementary business. Example, we can say we have a workshop. Appear to attract more business when they are located in cluster than isolated. Having some complementary characteristic allow consumer have some choice, variety of service types or industry in one place. For example, at Sogo Johor Bahru we have KFC, McD, Pizza Hut, Family Mart, and another food to choice. And they have a brand clothes such as Padini, brand outlets, or other choices. Compatibility depend from one and another. Example, rental car services locating near hotels and airports allow an interchange of customer. Sunway Hotel and Resort to Sunway Pyramid to Sunway Lagoon. Physical facility, interior appearance, cost efficiency, continually attract new customer, Cineplex restaurant industry. Customization, appearance of the facility matches the image they wish to convey, prestigious convey that the customer will be treated in a special way. Service quality will want to design the exterior of the facility to convey an image of either high technical service, show automation and computerization, or high function service government sector. Next is interior appearance, layout, furniture and equipment. Color of the walls and the material they made of the sign that are posted, decoration, furniture, equipment and personal artifact found on desks and walls. Okay, for example, we can see Old Town Kopitiam. They have a decoration small, look like Chinese kopitiam. Ambient condition, temperature of the facility, noisy, music, other sound, air quality and odor. Interpersonal factor, employee appearance and behavior, such as dress code, their behavior and moods. Impact of crowding. Customers tend to avoid service providers that are perceived to be too crowded. Customer perception of crowding are affected by 4 factors. First is environmental cues, the numbers of people in the facility, the loudness of their music, noisy and a cluttered layout. Shopping motive, task-oriented individual will perceive more crowded than a non-task-oriented customer. Constraint, time or risk pressure. Expectation of crowding, long-term effect of crowding are more serious, will make a mental note of the time, place and condition that created the crowded situation. So that's all from us. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Okay, so for the PASEM, June 2015 question 5B, explain the impact of 3 ambient condition to customer delivering services. So for the question 5A, we already know the 5 element of ambient conditions. So now we will look to the impact, okay, of the ambience. For the first, we have the impact of music. So music can have a powerful effect, okay, on perception and behavior. Okay, so for example, when you listen to the music, you can feel calm, okay. For next, we have impact of sense. So impact of sense also can give emotional and psychological and behavioral responses. So for example, the sense of the freshly baked cookies, okay, can make you starving and feeling warm, okay, and also relaxed. So next, impact of color. Color also is using in every aspect of our life, okay. So for example, for the warm colors, it will give you calm expressions, and for the pastel colors, Okay, we'll give you a cheerful expressions. Okay, cheerful environment. Okay.
My question on December 2019, question 6. Discuss the 5 dimensions of a retail store servicescape that should be considered by marketers when designing a retail store environment. First is exterior facility. The exterior is the first part of the store that potential customers see. They will determine from the outside whether or not they wish to enter at the shop. Okay. 2 is general interior. 3 is store layout. Store layout is the design of a store's floor space and the placement of items within that store. For example, placement of cash register, placement of equipment, workstation placement. Interior display. Each industry specific interior designer has their own set of tools to create cohesive functional design for their clients, such as theme design and wall decoration. 5 is social dimensity, such as a crowding, privacy and self-service. So that's all from me. Thank you.